Doom 2, Hell on Earth, the sequel to its extremely successful predecessor, Doom. Doom 2 released just a year after the first game came out, and id Software added some additions to the engine. Not only are there 10 new monsters to deal with, including the enemies in the secret levels, but a brand new weapon was added. The super shotgun instantly became an important weapon, and it gave players another option to kill even the original game's demons and monsters. Before looking at the new additions to the monster catalog, I believe it is important to address the importance of using the super shotgun on some of the original monsters. The Pinky, Lost Soul, Cacodemon, and Baron of Hell are all enemies I recommend using the super shotgun on if you have a surplus of shotgun shells. The Pinky and Lost Souls go down in one close range blast, which is extremely efficient in many situations. The Cacodemon and the Baron of Hell go down in a much quicker fashion than if you use the original shotgun. As for old enemies that you shouldn't use the super shotgun for, the Zombieman, Shotgun Guy, and the Imp. It is a major waste of ammunition to use the super shotgun on these enemies. Only use it on these enemies if they're in massive groups. Now that the old enemies are taken care of, it is time to dive into the new additions to the monster catalog, starting with the Heavy Weapon Dude, or Chaingunner, is a tankier version of the Zombieman. It has slightly more health than the Imp and carries a chain gun that will shred through the player's health. Just a single Chaingunner can cause problems if it isn't taken care of quickly. Prioritize these enemies or watch your health disappear. There are many efficient ways to eliminate the Chaingunner. In close range situations, it is smart to use either the original shotgun or the super shotgun, depending on how many shells the player is carrying. It is advised to avoid these situations as much as possible. A more strategic option is to use the chain gun. It is best to use this weapon when there are only a few chain gunners together. Using the chain gun will allow the player to take out these enemies quickly and efficiently, especially considering ammo usage. Within a playthrough, encountering large groups of chain gunners is possible. In this case, it is important to eliminate them as soon as possible. There are two solid options that each work best depending on the environment. First, the rocket launcher. It will shred through crowds of chain gunners extremely fast, however, it should be used carefully depending on the environment. If it is tight, there is a chance of causing damage to yourself. With this in mind, the plasma rifle will be essential to use. Like the rocket launcher, crowds of chain gunners will fall extremely fast. These enemies will only be found in 2 secret levels within the main game. These soldiers are hit scanners and can deal a good amount of damage if they're in groups. Like the early game zombies, the Wolfenstein soldier is very weak. The original shotgun is a great choice. In most cases, one blast will eliminate them individually. Occasionally, these soldiers will be in groups. The chain gun will make quick work of these clusters, so hold down the trigger and watch them fall. In all honesty, I wouldn't recommend wasting other forms of ammo on these enemies. If the other options aren't doing it for you, try challenging yourself with the pistol. The Hell Knight is basically a weaker and dull-colored version of the Baron of Hell. The biggest difference is that it has half the amount of health as its more vibrant relative. Similarly, the Hell Knight and the Baron of Hell emit the same amount of damage from close and long range. From close range, the Hell Knight will claw the player, and from long range, the Hell Knight will launch a green fireball. Attacking these enemies while circle strafing will increase your chances of not getting hit. To begin, a solid option from up close would be the super shotgun. Considering their low health stat compared to the Baron, the super shotgun will make quick work of the Hell Knight. From a medium distance, using the chain gun would be a great option. It will allow the player to save more valuable ammo while killing the Hell Knight quickly. At long range, like the chain gunner, using the rocket launcher and plasma rifle in proper environments will do the trick very fast. Ammo consumption should be considered due to the Hell Knight being a middle-tiered monster, so be cautious. Doom's version of the spooky, scary skeleton, the Revenant. Revenants move extremely quickly and utilize 2 forms of attacks. From close up, the Revenant will throw a mean punch that would make the likes of Mike Tyson proud, and from long range it will launch homing missiles at the player. It is important to continue to move and strafe while attacking this enemy. Find objects around the map to interfere with the homing missiles. From a closer range, the super shotgun, like its name, is super efficient. With 2 point-blank blasts, the Revenant will fall. Be aware that its homing missiles can make this difficult. With this said, circle strafe repeatedly while using this weapon. A good middle option is the chain gun. Not only will the chain gun eliminate the Revenant quickly, but it will also prompt the Revenant to be stunned. Like stated before, continue to move around and watch out for the homing missiles. The plasma rifle is the most efficient way to take out the Revenant. It will produce a stun, like the chain gun, and will kill in seconds. Hold down the trigger and keep moving. The Mancubus is a large cybernetic zombie. It is equipped with a set of rocket launchers attached to its hands. The Mancubus is quite the enemy, due to the amount of damage it can cause if the player stops moving. It attacks the player by launching 6 total fireballs. It does this in 3 sets, 2 fireballs at a time. The goal is to not stop moving and to keep a distance. Attacking up close, although inconvenient, is possible with the likes of the super shotgun. Due to the Mancubus' size, all of the shotgun pellets will cause damage. As long as the player continues to move, this weapon will take out the Mancubus fast. There are 2 extremely efficient options when it comes to dealing with the Mancubus. Due to high pain chances, stunning it with a repeating weapon would do wonders. While strafing, holding down the trigger of the chain gun as well as the plasma rifle will make the overweight monster fall quickly. Keeping a distance is a big part when taking on the Mancubus, especially in groups. From a longer range, using the rocket launcher will defeat this enemy fast. Launch only a few rockets and watch the Mancubus fall. Although similar to the Spider Mastermind, the Arachnatron is much different. Don't be fooled by its bright blue eyes. These guys are not to be messed with. The Arachnatron is a smaller version of the Spider Mastermind, however equipped with a different weapon. Arachnatrons are armed with plasma cells which shoot very fast and deal a large amount of damage. You'll die to one of these enemies if you're not careful. Keep moving around, keep at a distance, and avoid the plasma projectile. Attacking from up close is a pretty big mistake against the Arachnatron, although more skilled players can make the super shotgun work. It isn't advised. From a more medium range, the chain gun works great. Avoid the beams and hold down the trigger. The next 2 weapons are great weapons to use from a distance. First, the plasma rifle. If you have cells to spare, using them against the Arachnatron is a great idea. It allows the player to dodge oncoming projectiles and to output a lot of damage. Along with the plasma rifle, the rocket launcher is a great choice from a distance. Just avoid areas where you might damage yourself with splash damage. In my Doom 1993 Monster Guide video, I mentioned how much I despise the Lost Soul. id Software believed it was a great idea to create an enemy that spawns these nuisances. The Pain Elemental is shaped similar to the Cacodemon with a few different characteristics, along with a different color palette. Although these enemies don't cause a lot of damage themselves, the Lost Souls they spawn do. The Pain Elemental spawns Lost Souls at a quick rate. If they're not taken care of quickly, the room you're in will fill up fast with Lost Souls. They are a top priority, so target them as soon as possible. To prompt stuns, repeating weapons are a great choice. The first option is to use the chain gun. Spray bullets fast and limit the amount of Lost Souls being spawned. The other repeating weapon to use is obviously the plasma rifle. With its high DPS, it is a no-brainer to use. Hold down the trigger and cause pain. Get it? Like the Lost Souls in the first video, I'm going to showcase a weapon to avoid. Never use the rocket launcher. It can be devastating to fire rockets just to have them blow up in your face due to charging Lost Souls. Don't risk it. The Archville is one of Doom 2's most unique enemies. The monster is tall and showcases a human-like figure. It is unique due to it having a brand new ability in the classic Doom games. The Archville is able to resurrect dead enemies that are close by. Along with this, it is capable of dealing extremely deadly blows by engulfing the player in flames and, after a few seconds, blasting its target into the air. The damage emitted is tremendous, and to avoid it, find cover. The Archville should be considered top priority, and taking them on from a distance is beneficial. Since it is best to take these guys on from a distance, using the rocket launcher is extremely efficient. Fire rockets before the Archville finishes its attacks, and take cover. Along with the rocket launcher, the plasma rifle will be a valid option. Use the same strategy as the rocket launcher and avoid its blast attack. Although it isn't advised, from close distance, the super shotgun does the job. In tight and close quarters, attempt to corner peek and avoid being exposed for a long period of time. Finally, we have reached the Icon of Sin, the final boss of Doom 2. The Icon of Sin is a goat-like demon with an exposed brain. Although the brain of this demon is truly just id Software's John Romero, the boss will give most newcomers a difficult time. The Icon of Sin will spawn loads of demons during the fight. The chances for any specific demon are random based on RNG rolls. The only way to eliminate the Icon of Sin is to launch a total of 3 rockets into its exposed brain. Doing so will require you to flip a switch at the top of the map, stand on top of a rising elevator, and fire rockets at the right time while fending off countless amounts of demons. Although the rocket launcher is the only way to kill the Icon of Sin, using the BFG occasionally to eliminate other demons is beneficial. Doom 2 was a huge jump in the right direction for the franchise. The new additions are iconic to today's modern adaptations. Hopefully, you learned all about the new monsters in Doom 2, and how to eliminate them. For anyone still watching this video, thank you for all of the support you have given to the channel. For those who are not yet subscribed, please consider.